Morning, bubblers. Good morning, my front wheel skids. Oh, mate. Someone put in a comment the other day, you know you're a content creator and you have to do about 4 fucking different takes. Well, I can't keep doing these takes. I'm supposed to be doing other stuff, like making myself a cup of tea and lunch and, well, trying to make lunch with my spastic hands. And, anyways, geezer this morning, thinking of chucking it away, fucking chucking YouTube in and just, he's had enough of all the Angie out, and it stirred something in me about, he mentioned about the sharks in YouTube and, yeah, the mugs in YouTube. Mate, I found that out very quick. It's like a dog-eat-dog world out there. But I knew it was going to be a dog-eat-dog world. That's why I put my foot into it, because I ain't the sort of person to, I call a spade, brother. Say it how it is, when I want to say it how it is. I'm not affiliated to anyone. I've got no best mates who's channel content creators. I've got no one helping me. I'm just a little Johnny with his Apple phone, you motherfuckers. And I'm going to keep it that way. Because I do fear, because I've been on a couple of channels and then they have a couple more people on their channel who I disagree with. I don't want to be affiliated with them at all. I don't want to be affiliated with them. I don't want you to think that I appear on a channel and because someone else has appeared on a channel that we're in a little WhatsApp click together. I'm only in a couple of WhatsApp channels of nice communities, sensible, sane communities, right? And some of these other people aren't in the little sane communities. They're in their little WhatsApp click, and a lot of these little minor channels have them on so they can gain subs and that for themselves. And I don't want you to think that I'm part of all that bollocks. You know what I mean? So from now on, I don't think I'll appear on anybody else's channel other than myself, because I don't want you to think that I'm affiliated with the people that they're on. They're trying to get there. They're just normal YouTubers trying to get a step ahead in YouTube, right? And with their content creation and their nice videos and their music and everything else, they're just trying to get ahead. They're trying to work their way through life doing it that way. I'm not like that. My channel was never supposed to be like that. It was supposed to be, as I said, I was talking to another content creator and I wanted to create a place for views, and it just turned into me sitting on my sofa with a backache and health problems, just having a moan and being a bit ironic, having a bit of comedy and having a laugh and all that bollocks. But YouTube isn't like that. As soon as you dip your foot in, they sort of pull it and they pull you down to their level, and you start getting angry and you start getting this and you start getting emotionally fucking stirred by people. You get patronised, you get spoken to, condescending manners, all for the point of YouTube clicks and things. When you're in the chat, you got the chat trolls who abuse you, who say the most vile things to people. You get all sorts, you know. It's like you open yourself up to being shat on. You open yourself up to being bigged up and then thrown down on the floor in one fatal move. You know, it's like fucking, I've done a little bit of time in like, how can I say, I used to fucking sit with people in the music industry, and it's exactly the same in that. Exactly the same. It's no different. It's exactly the same in politics. It's exactly the same in nearly every thing where people want to make the old fucking wonga, don't they? Right, and it's a dog-eat-dog world where you got all these fucking sharks wanting to bite your head off, and take pieces out of you, and I want you on my show, blah, blah, blah. Now, this certain person who, shall remain unknown, Mr. E, is a nice guy, and people have him on their shows to give their show credibility, basically. And, bruv, I totally agree with what you said this morning about just appearing on certain ones. Don't slap yourself around for these idiots. You know what I mean? I totally agree with what you said. And I feel a bit of kinship with you in the way that you was talking, because I've only got 56 subscribers, and I was trying to get a few more and a few more and a few more, and then I sort of, hold on, let me read the rules of the game properly. And all this monetized bollocks and adverts and all this shit, and it's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea either. I'd be more happier fucking putting a jam track on and playing my lead guitar over the top of it. You know what I mean? That's where I'd be more happy. I'm not very happy talking about it. I thought I'd get a Spurs channel and get all these people's views and have big ideas, and no, you know what I mean? Because people might have all the big mouth in chat, but when it comes to recording their face and putting the face to the chat, and you sort of become from a keyboard warrior to a visual YouTube warrior where people know your face and blah, blah, blah. And after people didn't want to do that, they were mouth, no action. You know what I'm saying? And getting on with these big content creators, stepping on people and abusing people. I've heard stories, mate, that I can't imagine how some of these young content creators feel, who haven't got a very strong mind, or can't let things just roll off their ego, or can't, you know. It's terrible, terrible, terrible world of YouTube. And I'm not going to rant. I'm just putting a little video out there, like I normally do, giving my point of view and shit. And I already done 40 minutes sitting there. And that's what I said. It just turned into a I want to fight you video, because I was riling myself up so fucking much over, I know who he was talking about, this person. I knew what content creators, they're like fucking, they're arseholes. They're proper arseholes. And that's what you find a majority of the time. Arseholes everywhere you go. Just blatant fucking fairy bastards. Fairy keyboard warriors. But it's the same with all the channel content. On every channel you watch. You watch a gangster channel, you got some geezer telling you about, oh, he's a successful career criminal in East London. Blah, 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 blah. And then he comes out, I've been in prison for 37 years. And you think the only fucking successful career criminal you are, cunt. You're a successful fucking jailbird, mate. You ain't a successful career criminal. Because if you was fucking successful, you wouldn't have got caught, you silly bastard. You know? Let's call a spade, mate. You know what I mean? And sometimes I watch some of these pricks. I say to my missus, he's telling a load of old bollocks about that fucking story. How can he know the craze when he was fucking, he's 50 years old now, and he spent the last 30 years in prison? Well, fucking, you weren't even in the fucking same fucking prison cell as the geezer, mate. Or the same fucking prison, or the same fucking county. For the bullshit. The same as YouTubers, mate. You got certain YouTubers. I've been a Spurs fan for 40 years, and they're only fucking 36. You know what I mean? Well, I've been a Spurs fan for 40 years, and they're only 41. So you come out your mum's fucking womb, and you started watching Spurs and supporting them. Like bollocks, mate. You know what I mean? I was born a West Ham supporter, I was. Or West Ham fan from a West Ham family, being from Bethnal Green. I had an argument with my dad over he wouldn't take me to the West Ham game that his manager had tickets for, and I become Tottenham after that. I was about 5, 6, 7. Oh, I can't fucking remember now. It was donkeys years ago. And, but boy, when I first started supporting Spurs, yeah, about 1980, I think. Like proper 79, 80, that sort of era. And I thought to myself, yeah, boy, this Glenn Hoddle geezer, this Perryman, and when we got Garth Crooks and Archibald and all the greats, you know what I mean? This was the dog's bollocks. And then I got older, remember all the games, and then about 92-ish, 90, 91-ish, they sold the games. You couldn't watch them no more, could you, on TV? You had to go and fucking pay your Sky subscription. Well, we didn't have Sky back then, bruv. We had normal TV. I'd only just fucking wean myself off black and white fucking TV, to be honest with you. Working class, Cockney, you know what I mean? We had to blag the games down the fucking pub or blag the games in a mate's house who had Sky. And then I had to sit there and watch fucking Man United bollocks and fucking filth bollocks with my mate, you know what I mean? Because he's a fucking filth supporter and fucking, no, mate, I ain't doing that. And then life goes on. And as I say, you got all these people who pretend they're firm yids and everything. Oh, you ain't a yid. What I said in one of my other videos, you've been a yid as long as you've had a YouTube channel, you prick. I don't understand it. Please, nice content creators, don't take these other arseholes. Don't go on their shows. Just stop it. Because all you're doing is enabling them to get a bit further. Don't stop enabling them. Stop going on their shows. You might think you're furthering your own YouTube channel by going on their shows. You're not. You're bringing yourself down to their level, and people fucking start thinking to themselves, hold on, he's mixing with that one, so they've got the same view and blah, blah, blah. Don't enable them. They've got to their pivot of their fucking YouTube. They ain't going to get no more. You know what I mean? Especially when, touch wood, cross me fingers, rub me magical Spanish cock for luck, right? That we're going to win something in the next couple of years and go on a streak of consistency. Where are these creators going to be then? Because all they do is feed off the fucking bad times. You know, they're like bottom feeders, man. They're like fucking, that's all you can call them, is bottom feeders. That's what they're like. I think I've said my piece about ranting and saying names and getting anybody in trouble and getting myself in trouble. You know what I mean? Have I said any fucking C words? I probably have. I would have said on average it's about 3 C words every 10 minutes. Give or take a couple of minutes if I'm ranting. But you know what I'm saying? Don't feel the need to go on these bigger channels just to fucking think you're going to... That's a stepping stone for you, because it's not. Do your own thing. Stay true to yourself. Be original. Because that's what people were telling me. And I can't even affiliate myself. Certain channels now that ask me to go on, I'm going to have to turn them down. Because they've had people on their channel who I don't want to be affiliated with. And I ain't going to be an hypocrite. No, I ain't going to be an hypocrite. I was an hypocrite once before I appeared on someone's channel, but they've been on other people's channels that I can't be affiliated with. I don't even want to stand in the same, you know, like when there's a cunt in a pub. What's that, about 5 cunts now? You know when there's a cunt in the pub, 6 cunts. You know when there's a cunt in the pub who's the flash bastard that you don't want to be affiliated with because he's a nasty bastard, and you know you ain't going to pull no birds with that prick. Yeah, well, that's the sort of people that are, that's the like fucking analogy I use, you know what I mean? I ain't doing it no more. I ain't playing the YouTube football game no more. And I'm doing it because the injustice that I've heard this geezer talk this morning, it is an injustice, because this geezer, to be honest with you, if he had his own channel, yeah, he'd probably have fucking double the amount of fucking subscribers than some of these bigger channels who I'm talking about, you know what I mean? He'd probably go into like the 60Ks, because he's just a lovable, fun-loving geezer, you know what I mean? And if he, you know, and I just can't bear to see someone who just wants to pack it all in because of these pricks. But these pricks are being enabled by the nice ones. So stop enabling them, stop going on their channels. Even if you feel you're going to get an extra 100 subs, is it worth it? Is it really worth it for this 0.01p for this fucking, to get on in life? It's not. It's not. None of it's worth it. All this spending hours content creating when you could be fucking doing your own stuff in life. Like me, I've just wasted an hour fucking ranting out of my day when I could have been tidying up my daughter's room because I've got the fucking builders in next week. Now I've made more hard work for myself in the real world by having to fucking do another take. Is it worth it? That's what you've got to ask yourself. Are these things worth it in life? Because this is, after all, this is a digital internet age. And some of us people who are of a certain age, we've not adapted to it. I've not adapted to all this bullshit that comes out of people's mouths. That's why I feel the way I do about things and passionate about things, because I get angry at these content creating idiotic bastards who's just stepping on people, won't listen to this and won't listen to that. Well, I've had enough of wasting my time with them. That's what I mean. Just switch off. Don't enable them. Stop enabling these people, because the more you enable them, the more they're going to get their voice heard over your voice. And as a yid, yeah, I'd rather listen to a fucking 1,000 other yids all agreeing with each other than a condescending, patronising channel that just has you nice content creators on to enable them to get more views, because their views are going down, bruv. You know what I mean? I don't give a monkey's what no one says. If I've turned off, there's probably another 1,000 people like me that's turned off. You know? Anyway, 18 minutes. I don't think I've ranted. Not like before when I wanted to kick the fuck out of you at my front door. You know? But, or come and find you. Have a nice one. Get what you get out of that video and take what you want to take out. Like and subscribe. Let's get myself up to 57 subs. Come on. Get your kids to sub up. No, don't get your kids to sub up. Don't get your kids to sub up. They'll be talking like me, won't they? Or will they? Will they just think, Dad, what'd you sub me up to this fucking idiot for? Yeah, don't get your kids to sub up. Maybe get your older sister to sub up, because I've not got a lot of female viewers. And if the missus is watching this, get your fucking sisters to sub up, for fuck's sake. Laters, have a good one. Come on, you Spurs. Long live Bethnal Green. Fucking, I won't say I'm last of the Cockneys, because I've got a niece who was born acne. My daughter. There's not many of us proper Cockneys left from a Cockney background. So, big up you North London bastards. And I don't mean you filth bastards, because I hate every single one of you with my heart. Talking about you yids. N17, Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, They might rebrand us and take our fucking name off us, but there'll always be a fucking Tottenham. Yeah? I'm not having it no more, all this rebranding. They might be able to rebrand it, but you ain't rebranding me, brother. So, fuck you, Levy. Get the fucking football team. Go and fucking spend your millions on a fucking football team we can be proud of. Gotcha.